Good morning. I think, yep, still
Still
morning.
morning.
Good morning, curling fans. We're here for round number 8 of the Austrian Curling Open here from beautiful Kitzbühel, Austria. We've got a second tier playoff match, kind of a seeding match, trying to get into the final, see who's going to be able to crack into that top 8 and play for surprises later this afternoon. A former Olympic and world champion here on the ice for the first time ever on Kurdia TV. We're really excited about that.
Yeah, multi-world champion.
Yeah.
We checked her Wikipedia page. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Pretty
she has a
impressive.
Wikipedia page, one impressive enough, and then all the stuff on it, really impressive. So Andreas Schupp, and I hope I'm probably butchering her name, but she's on the ice. She is skipping Team Garmisch here, along with Florian and Lisa. Those are the teammates there, but she has a lot of experience. She should be able to do a lot for this team. But you know, Team Dübirish, they are also playing strong as well. So we're happy to see them getting both of these teams onto the cast for the first time.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the current schedule. So we have on sheet A, current club St. Gallen playing Südtirol Bruneck. Sheet B, Team Augustin facing the German female junior team, Team Messenseel. Then, of course, our Kurdia sheet, sheet C. Somehow we always end up with sheet C as the Kurdia sheets, although in Zemst we try to nudge against the B sheet. And then on the D sheet we have Severny Pingvini with the crazy potential shot of the tournament, trying to repeat that effort against the mixed team of Hungary. But if you look at the quick rankings, because what is at stake so far, the top half have played their final game and the, let's say, overall ranking stage earlier today. Now we have the second part of the schedule, and we have some of the teams, especially sitting there on that 9th, 10th, 11th position. They will try to win here and then claim a position in the top 8, because the top 8 will play the final rounds. And I think teams like Team Flugler, Kark, Hofer with 16, 15, especially Flugler with 12 ends, they should kind of fear to lose their spot in the top 8. But we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out right here.
Yeah. Good morning, Tim. I see you in there. C for Kurdia, very likely. I think we just picked the one that was one of the center sheets that was closest to the ice, happened to be C. But why don't we pop back over to the booth and we'll do our predictions, because they had such a short turnaround time that we're running a little bit late. As you can see from the numbers above, I am trailing by 3. There is no chance I can win this tournament, but I can still try to make it close. As I am losing, I get to go first, and I am going to rely on the experience of the German European Olympic and world champion. So I am going to take Garmisch, which is the Reds. There we go. Now we get this right. Just going to lean on that experience. You just have to go with what you know.
Yeah. Well, to make it exciting, I am going to counterpick you, because counterpicking works. I did it in the game before. John thought he was smart, but I kind of figured it out. G-Force with name like that, so I was right once more. I only made one tiny little bit of mistake. I have a track record of 6 out of 7 good guesses, and I'm just going to top that up with 7 out of 7. So I am going to counterpick and go for Team Dübirish here. I think they will surprise us, and they will especially surprise John, although John is surprised by anything during this tournament so far. So I am going to pick the Swiss team, not because of their chocolate. Belgium has bad chocolates, but because ooh, that's a tricky one out there.
That's a fight.
Yeah, that's a fight. As a Belgian, I have to say it. And if there are French watching, French fries are also Belgian. Just to clear that out.
Oh, he's just throwing haymakers out there.
Yeah, I'm making a lot of fans out there.
All right, so they've already started. We got a little bit of a late start with the short turnaround, so we're going to jump out onto the ice and let's follow the action. Let's try to catch up with the score. Lots of stones already in play. Try to figure out who. Team Garmisch is playing with 3. Florian with the old school lift on his stone. Get this one around.
Vergiss, es geht alles! Alles, 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 los, geht
And well, while the teams are supposed to be red and yellow, they picked the wrong stones. Garmisch is supposed to be red, and they threw yellow, so that's not going to be confusing at all. We'll have to try to sort this out in the scoreboard in a moment.
Yeah, maybe they just decided to just play out the end and then switch later on, or they'll figure it out when they put up the score on the scoreboard.
Going to crash onto the center, leaves things open. Still, you know, Dübirish with the shot stone.
Yeah, so Dübirish being a pun on the Irish, as you can spot the shamrocks on their jerseys.
There is only one Irish person on the team, that is Jason, throwing second, but I'm assuming he has some connections to the Irish team there.
Alternativ kann er auch machen, aber da schiebe ich immer den roten dann halt. Andererseits kann ich den auch so nachher mal lassen.
And Andrea, she was very gracious when I went to go mic her up. She's like, yeah, I know how to do it. I've done it a couple of times before, so.
I can imagine, yeah.
Very intense early in the match, looking at the stones, figuring out what's going on. And we have 4 sheets in action this morning, and we'll keep you guys up to date on those scores as they come in. Yeah, Tim, that's her teammate was telling me, like, I was getting a lineup, and I said, oh, I need to put the microphone on her. He's like, yeah, she knows. Big lift up to throw some good weight at this. Immediately called for the sweep. Here comes that line where once it crosses the center, calls it off. Little tic-tac-tock action, and kind of moves a couple of things around. Oh, Amy saying that Jason represented Ireland at the World Mixed Curling Championships in 2023. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you, Amy, for that information, and welcome into the stream. Glad to have you here.
That was in Aberdeen or Dumfries. Can't recall, but I think it was in Scotland. But the Belgian team ended... Oh no, that was 2023. I was talking about 2020. Yeah, 2023 was in Scotland. I think that was the edition where the Belgian team ended 5th. Aberdeen, yeah.
No, T-line. Yeah.
Cynthia was not exactly pleased to have the skip mic on. Some skips aren't. They don't really like thinking about it. And of course, she didn't have like a waistband that she could really put it on, so she's got a little pocket in her pants, so it's not very comfortable for her. But these are the prices we pay to bring curling to the fans. Hopefully it doesn't throw her too off. I did say she could take it off if it was really bothering her.
Yes, line.
Calling for line. Is that it's gonna get around those reds, and it's going to just creep in, block some things off. Good stone there from Cynthia.
So again, John picked the team playing with 3 players. It didn't work out that well earlier. I think it was Team Kark playing against Team Kenner, the first match of the 2nd day of the tournament. But now we have different circumstances, obviously, here this morning.
Calls for the sweep out of her hand with that big old school throw, putting some weight on this. One hit on the outside nose of that yellow, but doesn't quite get enough out there. And so, Dübirish with an opportunity. They've got 1. Do they have an opportunity to score 2? It's going to be difficult to squeeze in there, but I think they still can. They just have to get to the
Ich
forefoot.
kann dir 3/4 geben. Das ist nicht ganz super.
Yeah, you don't see that a whole lot, Tim. We have a
4-foot.
Scottish guy playing in our club in Zemst who does that from time to time for the ones, and he's got the little horsehair broom for sliding, but yeah, you just don't see that take back anymore. A little hammer stone of this first end. Cynthia trying to find one back into the forefoot to get a second point for their team.
Home face, weiter.
Needs to make sure this gets around past that yellow. Just touching the 4 is enough. Oh, it's just going to die on the yellow there. So that is 1 for Dübirish. Now, do we change the scoreboard? Let's see if they actually change the stones.
Yep.
They might not. They might stick with what they've got.
Yeah, although it could be that they now figure out, hey, wait a minute, I have to wait and see here. See what they do.
Nope. They are switching color. They're keeping that color switch, so we will do it as well. Give me a moment to catch up on the stones here. Oh, wait, I forgot. Oops. Let's try this again.
This stone is a bit too heavy and will be carried out of the house.
Lisa with her first stone, and this is something we've seen. I don't think these teams have played on this sheet, or these teams haven't played on this sheet, so they may not be familiar with that line going up the middle. Oh, I messed things up again. Let's try this one more time.
Ice, please. Frau Gerle. Jetzt Körperfest. Silo, einfach Silo.
The joys of live television or live streaming. There we go. I think we've got everything going now. Nope, this has the wrong name for the player. I hate our scoreboard sometimes, and I'm the one who wrote it.
Not gonna comment on that.
That one trickles through. Oh, but it doesn't mean the skip microphones are going to be backwards. Oh, that's going to be fun.
Well, let's just watch some curling then.
Yep. Jason delivering his first stone of the second end. That went trickling back into the house. Yeah, you'll have to take over this. I'm going to sort this out.
Calling for line here, and calling it off, and on again, and off again.
What's up?
Good stone. You can see players are taking off their jackets immediately, and number 2 is pretty decent temperatures here around in the Kitzbühel curling rink. It's basically the ice hockey rink of the Kitzbühler Adler, but they are off playing a game abroad this weekend. And this one overcurled way more than they wanted to. Leaving that redstone in the back of the house. Fortunately for the team in Germany. Dübirish is taking the initiative, trying to look for steal here, or at least keep Team Garmisch from scoring big on their end. 1 point in exchange of the hammer is always an acceptable result.
Ball bringing that one into the house. Come in, sweeping, calls it off, going to get the hits. Nice shot there. I believe we have the scoreboard up to date. I think I finally got things fixed. And then we're good to go. Here with their second stone of the end. Trying to hold this one. Maybe you can see it moving a lot. And this one is just not going to stay on.
Yeah, teams struggling a bit with takeouts here on the ice.
Oh, straight away the call for the sweep. Yeah, really loud pipes. Do not really need a microphone on her when she's yelling like that.
But it was important because it barely hit the stone there. Couldn't hold it straight enough to keep the shooter in play, but well, at least the stone was taken out.
This one's solid right there on the nose. Does the job. We're saying let's get rid of it. Don't want to leave anything big or leave any opportunity for Dübirish to score anything. Looks pretty good, keeping the sweeper off it. This one's going to just tap nicely, roll over a little bit to the side, stays in the house. Good stone there. Another takeout here, just get rid of it, try to force Garmisch to 1. Or a possible blank if that's what Garmisch decides to do. However, ends and stones matter for tiebreakers, so some teams will opt to take the 1 in this format. First, Cynthia needs to get rid of this yellow. Looks pretty good. Sweeper staying off of it. Hits the hit. That's the stick biting over there at the edge of the 12-foot. Andrea going back to the hack, keeping things clean, running the broom over that line to keep it clean. Don't want anything accidentally picking it and getting rid of it. Moving a stone off its place. Classic stone lift and push. Now calls him off for the sweeper. Make sure they get rid of this. Is it going to sit in the house? And it does, and that will be 1 for Garmisch to tie things up here going into the 3rd end. So we started things off for Garmisch here in the 3rd end. And over at the other end, seeing a couple of scores posted. We'll keep those up to date soon. Went a little bit light. Andrea coming out to help. Try to bring this as deep as they can. I think that one actually looks okay. She's going to try to finish this one. Sweeps it into the house. All right. Fabienne being asked for a hit and roll. Get this zone over to the side of the house. After taking out the yellow. I was told Fabienne's nickname is Dory after the movie Finding Dory, so if she looks lost out on the ice, that would be why. So gets rid of it, shooter rolls out, so we are back to a clean slate after 2 stones. Coming out again to help when sweeping. Just keeping an eye on it.
Okay.
This one coming into the house, going to just creep past the tee line, and Cynthia's going to see how far back she can get it. Gets it all the way back into the 12-foot. She doesn't like that one, so Fabienne Get rid of this one, please. A little quiet and subdued out on the ice right now. Used to hearing so many matches going, a lot of shouting, a lot of yelling. Teams thinking about things early on. Gets rid of the yellow, red rolls out, and we are back to 0 again.
Yep. Controlled game so far. A lot of chaotic build-ups here.
Yeah, both teams first time on this sheet, so they're feeling things out. Trying to find the lines, find the weight.
Der muss curlen.
Interesting that Andrea comes out so far to finish the sweeps as a skip. But I guess with 3, maybe you want to save your sweepers for your sweeper for the end of the match.
Yep.
Center line guard. Cynthia says that's more like it. Let's put something behind it. Jason's turn for his first stone of the end.
Leggy. Geld jetzt. Probieren aber dranbleiben. Ja. Ja.
Wants to finish this one hard. Want this one to get behind that guard. There it goes. Stays above, right at the top of the forefoot there. Well placed stone from Jason.
Ja.
Okay, going for the split here. Now we're starting to see the trick shots. Straight away on the sweep. Yeah, that was dangerous. That was going to curl over.
Weiter. Wo.
Already over curling.
Dranbleiben. Ja.
Now trying to hold that last little line, see if they can't get that tap in. That is also all right.
Zwei Varianten. Der da oder der da.
Going to try to draw in behind that guard, that yellow guard on the left there. If it is a bit wide, they do have that option of tapping it off the yellow. Or even potentially tapping their own red behind the yellow and splitting that. Lots of options, is what I'm trying to say.
Nachher so. Wie ist Länge?
And needs to start to curl. There it goes. Trying to hold the line a little bit to catch that. It's going to tap the red. Ooh, leaves those reds both exposed. I think she might be setting up for the double. Or at the very least, hit and roll off that top red one. Mini lift from Florian. Oh, before the stone even left his hand, she was asking for the broom.
Look at it curl already.
Yeah.
With that weight.
That does get over on that red, but
a little bit of extra curl and it would have been an excellent hit and roll behind the guard with a double take out there.
Yeah,
Just couldn't find that extra 2 centimeters.
Cole's turn here. I think they're setting up for a double on these yellows. Good weight on it. They're going to have to watch it. Yep. There it goes. There's that spot we've been seeing all day. That's going to just, once it goes, it goes. That's going to over curl. That's going to catch that yellow on the outside.
Oh.
Pushes it underneath. Fortunately, not into the shot position, but now that red is fully exposed. And Andrea says, yep, let's move it. They have options with this. It could hit and roll out to the side to split the house. Could roll underneath those yellows over there on that left side. She wants all from the sweeper. Lisa putting her best into it. Unfortunately, catches the yellow and moves them away.
This is very, very unfortunate. Almost hitting a triple takeout on their own stones here. This one. This changes things again once more in this end. Remember when we said all controlled play, not a lot of chaos? Well,
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Sweeping this one for length. Want to hold it straight. They want to keep this one in front of that red. I think it's going to overcurl. Now they're going to try to finish this, get it behind the yellow. Gets it half buried, still kind of there. Is there kind of double there?
Oder die Neirollt vielleicht.
They just maybe go for the hit and roll underneath. Use that red as sort of a stacked guard.
Den Eindruck könnten wir haben. Ja. Ja.
Immediately calls for the sweep. Even harder. Oh, that's going to be a nice stone. Is that going to stay underneath those guards? It does.
Wow.
Wow, like that stone a lot. Exactly what she wanted.
Although she's kind of saying, small doubts.
Yeah, it's probably sticking out 3.7 millimeters on the side, so she's not happy. Good result there. Puts her in a very strong position. Puts Dübirish on. There is space to draw in behind it, so maybe that's why she's annoyed. But they're really, what else was she going to do there?
Every 2 or 3 meters. It's very important.
We just got a word from Nina Tournaments, director here at the Austrian Curling Open. She is officially confirming gold final is Genner against Verregen. Those are closed finals, so those teams will not drop down to lower positions. And then the bronze final will be Team G-Force against Team Legenden. The forces against the legends. It's, and then 5th place is Dream Team, is also secured. Places 6 to 8 are to be defined, depending on what happens in this round.
Coming up a little bit light, so it's going to crash on the red. Leaves the yellow sitting in shot position. It's sitting there in the center line in the 8th foot. Now, is the 3rd place, 4th place match, is that closed as well?
Yeah.
Can they fall out of 4th?
No.
Gib mal Eis.
That's locked. All locked up.
Okay.
And
top 4 teams receiving cash prizes.
Wobei, eine wäre gut.
1,200 euros for the first. And I'm not quite sure how much for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, but
obviously less.
Obviously less.
I think top 4, they have money prizes, and then places 5 to 8, they get a goodie bag of Austrian delights. Sausages and also.
I could go for a sausage. Sounds pretty good. Going to get rid of this red, but not enough to take out the other ones, so rolls off to the side. Leaves Dübirish with, how do we say this? Should be a draw for 1. But, you know, with some creative hits, they could maybe still get rid of this yellow or red and maybe score multiple. So either she's setting up for a draw to the other side or for a peel weight. We will find out in just a moment. That does not look like a draw. Sweeper staying off it. Oh, they're going for the in-off outside. That's a good one. And just misses.
And 1 yellow.
So a steal of 1 for Garmisch. Good end there from both teams, really solid. Andrea saying, come on, let's go. She's ready right away.
Yeah. That's tournament experience right there. Just no time to waste. Keep that ball rolling, or basically keep that stone sliding.
Lisa started things off here for Garmisch in the fourth, excuse me, as they lead it 2-1 over Dübirish. Now, see, it's interesting that she starts so fast because a lot of teams with that mandatory minute, they're used to.
Yeah, do a little bit of
waiting.
debrief,
Yeah. Right out that famous German efficiency. No, we go now. Center line guard. The no-tick rule is in effect. Lightly on this one.
I think it's gonna hit the guards. Or not. Oof, just passed by.
Gut, alles gut.
Keeps over on the other side.
Fällt nicht viel.
Ball yet on the sweep, so letting this one go. Want to get the curl, ticks it just a little bit, but not enough to move it. So
Even nudges it slightly more towards the center line. Opportunity here for team Dübirish. See if they can set up something that will give them 2 points or more.
Er ist sehr breit. Fritz. Oh, warte.
wide sweepers letting it go. The final curl. Now they're trying to bring that one in deep as they can. Wanting to get behind those guards if they can, and it's covered on the other half. So good stone there.
Den auf der Nase einen Tick langsamer. Wenn ein Besen hast, muss er nicht so schnell sein. Zur
Do
Not
not
geht die
want this
Gas,
too
ist auch gut.
fast. Trying to hold the line.
Was geht? Wo?
It's going to get around that guard, but it's going to be more on the nose. I think they wanted this a little on the side, but still does the job. Gets rid of that one red. Gets themselves a stone in the house, slightly guarded up. So I'm going to put the pressure on Dübirish here.
A broom all the way on the edge of 12 foot for this one.
Sehr breit. Ja. Er kommt, Niki.
It's going to be a little bit light. It's
Where's
going to
the guard?
curl
Go, Sila,
hard
Sila.
at the end here. Come up short. Puts up a overlapping guard there on the center.
Wir können den schieben, wir können aufmachen.
Irish
Versuchen wir den zu schieben.
does have the hammer on this, so they kind of want to keep that center line clean, but with the shot stone already theirs, maybe they're deciding it's good enough to keep it covered.
Viel Platz! Viel Platz! Viel Platz! Nein, nein, nein. Ja!
Lots of space.
Auf Karl!
Now calling for it.
Was geht, was geht, was geht?
You want to try to
Skip.
tap
Low
that
receive,
yellow
low
one
receive,
back
low
just a
receive, low
little
receive,
bit.
low receive.
Isn't going to have enough weight for it. She's going to sweep
Okay,
as much
good
as she
go.
can, but comes up just a little bit light. Now they've got those two yellows stacked in a line. They can do what they like with them.
Easy shot.
And Cynthia's saying, let's try to get something back there on our own. Nice smooth release from Jason there. Sweeper staying off it.
Ja, Fabian, bist du
Is it
bereit?
heavy?
Good.
Yeah.
Maybe a little
Yeah.
heavy. No, they're going
Yeah.
to try to finish this now, get it to curl around. That's fantastic.
Excellent stone.
Bang there on the money. We're going to click that because that deserves a highlight. Sometimes those smooth ones just deserve to be appreciated.
Wenn da ist, geht's auch noch, gell?
And those kind
Brief
of
25-second YouTube short.
and those perfect draws, they show so much elegance. Just kind of seeing them slowly stop on the forefoot.
Ja. Auf Karl. Wow, 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 ist lang.
Good line.
Not sweeping with the
Just gets it around.
Good,
That's going to be useful for them because that takes away
yep.
that top red. Narrows the scoring area down a lot, so putting it perilously close to the shot stone, so there's not, I don't think there's a lot of, I don't think Dübirish would want to have the risk of, would want to risk taking a heavyweight stone in there right now.
Nächli stoßen. Maschine 4 in 8. Hey, hard. Hard. Hard.
Shooting is hard. This is tight. That's going to crash on that
Open
red.
up. Open up.
They want to make sure it opens up. Not quite what they had intended there. Little too light, so Andreas says, hey, Florian, come
Kann auch
around this
er
other
wieder so,
side.
ist auch noch gut. Sieh kurz aus. Oh, ja, 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 ja. Linie auf. Oh, oh, nur drüber, ja, 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 drüber schon.
I'm going to get this
Okay.
one over into the middle. Much lighter than Andrea would have wanted. They wanted that one in the house and comes up just over the hog line, barely into our shot here. So opportunity for Nicole to come in around.
Eggy. Länge. Ja, ja, ja. Oh,
It's hard, but there it starts to curl. You see that? There was a big curl right there.
Yeah.
It's a line that's not been used, so could be some rougher pebble out there. Seeing it spinning around doing several Swedish curls. Finally comes to a stop. Rhea's trying to come wide. Go out there, you see her
langsam da außen, oder?
running her broom along the ice. Just wanted to pick up any little
Unterschätzt.
loose frost or dirt
So
out
langsam.
there. Will easily get around the guards, but doesn't have too much weight. That's through. I think this might be just a touch on the heavy side, and
Ja, also das mit dem
it's
2,8
gonna
haut aber
sweep
nicht
it
hin.
out the back.
Ich kann dir ganz außen 12 geben, gib mir ein bisschen mehr.
Opportunity again, so neither team being able to find the line to get to the forefoot. Let's see if Cynthia can do it with her first stone of this fourth end.
Just be prepared, be ready. I think she had a pick before.
It's not going to be easy for Team Garmisch to steal here, so would they at some point revert to just allowing Dübirish to just take one in exchange for the hammer?
I think so. Yeah, that would be probably the result they would be most happy with right now, or
Immer
most likely
dran
to
bleiben,
get
Fabian,
right
dran, ja,
now.
ja, ja, ja.
But need to sweep this hard to get it around.
It's such a hard line
It's
because
just- yeah, it's just gonna pick, or not pick. It's just gonna tick that guard. Now it's essentially closed that draw off there. That's really, really tight to get through there.
although Andrea is still looking at it, I mean, you need to be wide enough to come around the stones, but then you also need to slow down and stop in a good position. It's not easy to find the right angle there, so maybe the other side is an easier draw.
Ja, so wie gerade. Gib
Yeah,
mir
so
mehr.
looks like
Gib
that's
mir
what they're
mehr.
gonna do. Come around that side. But can they get to a
Versuch mal mit
scoring
der Länge
position
von
with
eben.
this stone? I'm not so sure.
I don't know if they can get in scoring position, but well, if they can settle for a decent second shot, then at least Dübirish cannot do a draw for two. Although, yeah, a draw for two is also pretty hard in the setup here. We have to wait and see how it plays out.
Nein, weg! Weg! Weg!
No sweep.
That was clear.
This is heavy.
Definitely heavy.
So if you're Dübirish, you have one. What do you do with this last one?
I think if you're
Just-
Irish, you just need to try and see if you could touch the red slightly better than that second Yellowstone there. And I mean, there's not that much you can do wrong here. You already have the one. You can really tap the Yellowstone in the best position. So it's just trying to do the same draw shot like Andrea did and
Looks
see
like
if you
they're
can.
gonna
Okay.
squeeze in through here, try to get to that
Yeah.
point.
I thought a little bit more weight.
It's not easy. You have to
Tiny bit.
be wide enough because in the end it really curls hard. But if you're wide, then that one corner guard, red corner guard, gets in the way.
Oh, warte.
Fabian holding it, now they're pulling it off. Needs to curl. I'm not sure. Is it going to get there? There it goes. Now they need to hold the line past this red. Okay. That is great. If this stops where it needs
It's
to,
not
Andrea
moving.
trying to get there, but no.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Click that, sir. I will. I
And-
can tell myself what to do because
Yeah,
that was great. Such a huge stone there. So that would be 2 for Dübirish there.
And what a great effort from the sweepers, waiting just for the moment where they're sure they were past that red corner guard, then sweeping to get it towards the T line and also get it past the other stones, and then back off again to make it stop. Excellent effort there. Excellent performance.
Andrea starting things. No, sorry, Fabienne. Starting things off for Dübirish here in the 5th end. Getting started in this end. Let's do a score update from the other sheets. Got a tight one going over on sheet A. St. Gala and Südtirol Bruneck tied at 2 in the 4th. Augustina Messensale also tied at 2 in the 4th. Here we have Dübirish leading 3-2 over Garmisch in the 5th. And the Hungarian mixed team leading 5-2 over the Penguins in number 4.
And it's funny.
And trying to drag that just a little bit more behind the guard. It's a fragment covered.
Halfway.
We all know what she just said there. Hack weight, that's a universal.
Mhm.
Yes, Jason! Hard!
And
Oh,
Jason to
that's
sweep
On
hard.
the guard.
That's going to be on the guard.
Step, step.
Oh, should have maybe stayed on it. Could have gotten a bit more on the nose. Takes the guard away, but moves it into the house. So and gives themselves a sets up a corner guard. Not necessary really as the non-hammer team, but you never know. Sometimes the strategies switch. Miss the
Vorsicht!
no. Maybe that's where Timo learned that from.
Komm fest! Gut so.
Gets rid of the red. Maybe they were hoping to hold that line a little bit more to get it to roll back over their yellow.
Yep. 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 Face. On face the head.
They're trying to hold this one.
Wait.
Going to get rid of the yellow, but I think the shooter is going to slide out the side. Yes, there it goes. Andrea helping that out the final few centimeters.
Ja, Linie! Gerade! Komm fest! Komm fest, was geht alles gerade? Gerade,
Starts to break
was
through
geht,
that
was geht?
zone there.
Whoa,
Trying to
whoa.
get this around. I think that's going to crash onto the red, though.
Yeah, they
And this one slows down so it doesn't push it into the house. Cynthia trying to, but no, just a slight little tickle. But as we've seen the whole tournament, that center patch of ice right there, it's center line with the logo, causes the stones to do some strange things, do some curl more than the teams are expecting, especially at this slower weight. Okay, this is going to go right on top of the yellow, pushes it through, and sits there for a guard.
Ja!
This one's dying fast. Definitely not enough weight where they wanted that one in the house. This one's going to come up as a right up next to the guards. Bit more rubble out there on the left side of the house. Cynthia's saying, okay, we can use that.
Ine, tegen Ine, Jason.
Trying hard to get this one in. It's not going to get around behind those guards, but
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you.
gets it as deep as they can into the house. Maybe a little bit wide there. So
Ganz normal, gell? Nicht zu langsam.
if I understood that right, slow, hard, but not so slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a very precise direction. Yeah. Very precise instruction.
Komm, das geht alles!
Wanted to sweep it. Is that going to hold into the house?
Okay,
It
gut so.
stays biting and behind the guards. Good stone there.
Gib doch ein bisschen weniger.
Does pretty much leave the whole house open with some stuff over there. So Cynthia's going to
Daar gaat
try
ook,
to
hè.
get Nicole to bring this one back there. Save the guard. Or use the guards.
Maggie? Hey, Schwester! Kom weg,
There's
Fabian!
light. Sweeper's going to have to work this one. Get it around that guard.
Fish! Kom zo! Witte.
It's going to tap onto the guard, but then will spill into the house. However, it is unprotected out in the open there, so another chance for a hit and roll here. Looking okay. It's going to roll out to the right. Does not stay in the house though, and rolls actually out of play. So another opportunity here for Dübirish to get something behind those guards. This time Cynthia's turn. Sometimes the skip just has to do it herself, you know?
Yeah. But very close game so far. I think we had some back and forths.
Yeah, relatively level gameplay.
Wacht, toe, Fabian. Ja. Ja. Ja.
Yeah, Sweeper's got to work that for
Face.
length.
Fish! Zo,
I
Droef.
think unfortunately that's going to crash onto the guard. A little bit light. So Sweepers get off it just to make sure it doesn't tap that one into the house.
Mehr. Ja.
Hey, Andrea's turn to show everybody how it's done.
Quite a lot of stones in play, but all of them scattered around the top 12 foot thing. One yellow stone biting, which could end up scoring and making its way on the scoring boards.
These kinds of setups amuse me when there's so many in play and it's like, what happened? We only got one in the house.
Yeah. It's indeed fairly quiet on the ice with this matchup. Also on the other sheets.
Ja,
I usually get a lot more yelling.
ja, Linie!
Just for line. There it goes. Once it starts to curl, it's going to curl a lot. I think that's going to catch onto the yellow. It does.
Ja, ja!
Oh, Andrea was like, make sure it's in. We
Trickles
could-
in, gets
yeah,
the
yeah.
bite, but yep.
I mean, that was good to kind of notice. Not because it slams the guard that you should give up on it.
Yeah.
Just make sure you score as many points as possible. Even a biter can end up being important.
Lekker.
Dübirish going for the takeout here. Hopefully they can roll out underneath that stuff to the side as well. Force Garmisch to 2-1. Really working this one hard. Most important is to get that yellow one out. And does it get over and get the other yellow one? No, it just slides over the top. So good to get rid of the one, but that one biter over there on the top, that's going to come into play. Draw for 2 here for Garmisch to take the lead. Old school swing back, even on the draws.
Going.
Just to make sure. Got to stay in the house. Anywhere in the rings is good. And that one is going to settle down just behind T. And that will be 2 for Garmisch.
Yeah, good result here in this end. Controlled.
They take the lead. 4-3 going into the 6th end. Quickly get an update from the other sheets. Sheet A, Südtirol has taken a 4-2 lead in the 5th over St. Gallen. Augustine has a 3-2 lead over Messensale in the 5th. Here we have 4-3 Garmisch over Dübirish. And over on sheet C, still tied up, Pingvini against Hungary mixed 5-5. Florian yet again.
Good.
That appears to be on the center line, so tick rule is in effect. The no tick rule is in effect. Yes, even with our camera angle, it is on the line. Good tight matches all around these all 4 sheets this morning.
Yep.
Teams really wanting to get into that top 8. They're going to do what they can. Prove their position. Sure, they're trying to sweep this one deep, get it behind that yellow, and will it bite into the house? It does. Right. The no tick rule does not apply to your own stone, so Andrea is saying let's tap ours onto theirs and get rid of it.
Ja, ja! Komm fest! Komm fest, es geht!
Calling him off. Wanted it all, and then said
Gut,
no.
Lisa.
And there you go. And keeps that center stone on that guard on the center line. So no tick rule still in effect. 2 more stones need to be played before it can be moved off that line. Good stone there from Lisa. Good sweeping from Florian to hold that. Hold that just right. Goes both on this one. Cole and Jason trying to get this one a hold around that yellow. Looks really good. That little finish to curl around behind the guard. Oh, fantastic.
Very nice. Very nice.
Using that center guard again. Going to run this one back. Oh, straight off the hand. Does she start calling?
Perfekt, geht alles! Alles, weiter!
Everything you can. Sweep, sweep, sweep.
Weiter!
Going to miss the yellow, but catches the red. Well, not
Das war jetzt aber
intended, but
extrem grüne Liste.
that was a great sweep from Florian to hold that all the way down.
Failed successfully.
Yes. Feels a bit wide. There starts to curl. Will that have enough time to curl over all the way behind the guard? Not quite. That's going to stay out in the open, top of the forefoot.
Es ist auch gut.
Yeah, so try and do a takeout. The broom is very close to the red button because they lose the guard. They're also happy with that. Oh, as a sweeper, you hate this.
That's just mean.
Okay. Yeah, but the Entschuldigung was there.
Yeah. We are very familiar with calls like that from watching Team Barek, and Timo is very mean to his sweepers at times. This one coming deeper than they want, and they'll try to sweep this out, but I don't think it's going to have enough juice behind it, so it settles in just on the edge of the 8-foot there back in the house. Let's get rid of this red in the middle. Oh, even before he let it go, so a little tight on the slide maybe. Wait's okay with this, so gets the job done. Maybe a little bit premature on the sweep, but you want to make sure, so.
Yep.
It's on the line. You can't sweep it off the line.
So far, if Team Dübirish can keep this up, they are looking at scoring a couple of points here. Trying to have 2 stones in the house. With these takeouts.
Go. Tap. Roll. That one is going to settle in also. Oh, a little Swedish curl back in. That actually could be helpful for Garmisch if they want to double these out.
Yeah. I think they're looking at it. But yeah, even hit and stay in front of the red stone makes it And harder for Team Dübirish to take it out afterwards.
I think that is the call here. Turn the front out. Going to hold the line, make sure it rolls back in. I think it was a bit inside, so
Super.
call the sweep for the double.
Double takeout and leaving the yellow stone in the forefoot. Very good stone there.
Hold this one. Both of them sweeping hard. They've got to catch it. Okay, it's going to get rid of the yellow, but unfortunately the shooter slides out.
Yeah, this is unfortunate because they really needed that shooter to stick around.
That second stone in the house to try to have the opportunity to score, or they want the first stone in the house to try to have the opportunity to score 2 at the end. Nope. Garmisch getting a little mixed up over whose turn it was. All things sorted out, though.
Lass mich rein, Flori. Braucht nix. Naja.
I'm just not really curling. Jewel, there it goes towards the end.
Hatte ich auf der
Just
Bahn.
right there on the button. Dübirish needing to hit and stick on this one. Have any chance of scoring 2.
Same. And hit.
Going straight with the, Fabian straight with the sweep.
Fish, come quick.
That one's going to be right there on the nose. Good job. What they needed to do. So now they need to hope for a miss here from Andrea to have a chance to score 2, but even a 1 to tie this match up would be, I think, acceptable.
Yep.
Oh, weit.
Said it's wide. Definitely not happy with the stone.
Yeah, she wants to keep the shooter in play. So if it's wide, shooter will roll out, and instead of a nose hit take out, it's just a draw for Dübirish, because they want to try and blank and keep the hammer, but I don't think that's going to be the case. They probably want to have the hammer in the last end. So throwing an LSD here and a draw to the button.
Cooper's job is just to make sure it gets there. Jumped on it right away. Slowing down. We definitely don't want this to come up short. Cynthia getting in there as well. Oh, and she left it short with a blank.
Oh,
That's unfortunate there.
Yeah.
Wow, blank end here in the 6th. No time to waste. Lisa ready to go. As we start the 7th end, Dübirish will keep the hammer after that blank end, but they are trailing Garmisch 4-3. Drag that one into the house. That'll be in to start. Dübirish is going to have to shake off that last end.
Yep.
They had some opportunities, but especially that last stone, leaving it short on a wide open house. So
Yeah, you don't want to do that. It feels like it's a free, easy point, but
those are often the most difficult. Gets rid of the yellow, rolls the shooter into the house. The shooter stays in the house. We're going to do pretty much the same thing from the other direction. Let's get rid of this. Maybe hold the shooter somewhere. Off, then on, off. On at the end, and that's going to be on the nose, which is also fine. Dübirish's turn to get that one going. Really harken this broom on this. Want to make sure it hits it. Holding the line. There it goes. Slightly off nose, but that'll just trickle over onto the edge of the house. Also good.
Jetzt war er weit. Nee.
This one
Garten
is
Übertritt
wide.
geschoben.
And we're going to curl over there. Yep, that's going to fly right by. So the first mistake of the end made by Garmisch. Can Dübirish take advantage? Going to try to put this one over on the other side of the house. Keep the house really wide and split.
yeah, for Dübirish, it's gonna be important to score some points in this end here, because they are going to hand over the hammer most likely to Garmisch if they do, and they need to defend their lead.
Yeah, they'll definitely want to score multiple points. Do not want to go into this last end tied,
Against right.
because that would put the advantage on Garmisch.
Nog een.
Really want to get this in there.
Hij is super in de beest. Dat is super.
Gonna sweep it hard. There it goes. Get another one biting the top. Ooh, Dübirish just a little bit light on their stones lately. Just coming up a little short. Little piece of debris on the ice. Make sure nobody has that stick to a stone or their shoe.
Oh, well, if it's just a little piece of dirt instead of a Kurdia camera, I'm pretty happy with it.
That is going to catch over and roll a bit. Cynthia having a check if it's in the house. Opting for the hit and roll here, hoping to get the shooter to roll, bite on the edge of the house over there, keep it split. Keep that middle open for their final stone.
Fabian.
Now looking for a curl, wanting this to get over just a little bit more. It hits it, but not thick enough, so that's going to slide out the side. Andrea saying, let's get rid of this other red here in the house. Don't want to give Dübirish anything to play behind or to score with.
That's
gonna work and rolls off to the side. Ooh, little Swedish curl away from the line. It's sort of out of play, but there is a possibility of coming in off. That's necessary, but that's really far out there. That's
very far.
Jennifer Jones territory.
I think Garmisch, they want to keep the house empty, allowing team Dübirish to put something on the dots or even blank. So far things are looking good for the German team here.
This one heavy and just goes right through the house. Not what you need to do. Not what they needed to do. They needed that stuff somewhere in the house. Really kind of force Garmisch to chase, and now Garmisch gets to set the pace for the last 6 stones.
Sieht lang aus. Okay.
Settling in to the house. Maybe trying to get a sweep it a little bit deeper. Gets it back into the 8-foot.
And well-paced game so far here with all of the takeouts.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to finish this match well before the bell even rings. Good for us, gives us a little bit more time to turn around and prepare for the final.
Yep.
There it goes, gets rid of the yellow. Andrea Schupp with her. No, it's not Schupp, it's Schupp. Schupp. Yeah, that's a tough sound. We don't have that one in America.
And maybe in England?
Doubt it.
Yeah. Whoa! Whoa!
Calling off the sweeper. This one's starting to fall. There it goes. Gets rid of the red.
Yep.
Sits in the house. Another one to chase.
Ja, hadde det vel en vits I meg,
The Germans in control so far.
Sorry, Jason, your side. No? I want to do the sweep.
Just sweeping to hold the line. There it is, right there on the nose. Gets rid of it. Good stone there from Cynthia. Doing what you need to do.
Fairly similar stones so far in this end.
Yep. Andrea will want to just get rid of this as well. Hold the stone in the house. Force Dübirish to 1. And take the hammer in the 8th with the match tied.
Ja! Whoa!
Oh, calling off. There it is, right there on the nose. And so Cynthia's decision is made for her. Needs to play the hit. And maybe after the last end, that's what she would prefer. Now, if you're Dübirish, would you risk missing this, giving one and taking the hammer down two?
Yeah, you don't really want to miss this.
No, I don't think so.
It's just basically making sure it's out.
Yeah, blank end is also a possibility. Maybe that's the...
Well, I would prefer, I guess, just 4-4, but yeah, blank end could work, but looking at this end.
This one is going to hit, and then it rolls out, so they got their blank. They keep the hammer. Not a bad result, to be honest.
No, but scoring 2 points against Garmisch will show it's a challenging mission here.
Yeah, it has proven to be difficult.
They have no choice. As we immediately set up to kickstart final end here in this 8th session.
2 blanks here in the match. Not something you often see in Schenkel. 1 intentional, 1 not. And I'm not even 100% that second blank was intentional.
No.
I think it was something they knew could happen, but...
It was an acceptable side effect, but I think Plan A was probably just trying to get the point and then see if they can seal for the win. Now, knowing that both the final and the bronze final are determined and locked, the ends matter maybe less. Maybe just a draw could also be good enough to secure a spot in the top 8. So I think in that regards, I can imagine team Dübirish being happy with a draw here.
Warte, gell, jetzt dann grad. Ja, jetzt. Yep. Oh, der ist nicht so lang. Ja.
This one down into the house. Wanted to get that one on top of the yellow, but over curls and is going to be back 8 foot. I think we're going to see Garmisch defend that center stone as best they can. Really put some pressure on Dübirish.
Colin! Geh mal auf andere Seiten.
Just want to curl a little bit more, get over in front of that yellow. There it goes. It's it mostly covered, not quite to the center line where the no tick would have been in place, but still cannot take it out of play. Dübirish going to go around it. Feels on the heavier side. We're staying off of it. He's starting to curl. Needs to curl a lot more to get onto that yellow. Just going to tick the side, but not move it completely out of there. Ooh, that's tough. I think yellow still might be shots.
I think so too, yeah. That's helpful for us. Just tapping the shot stone, giving that information out there for everybody, sweepers, teammates, broadcasters, spectators, fans.
Aliens who intercept this broadcast out in space millions of years from now.
Wie lang? Ja. Muss curlen. Muss curlen. Wow, der ist doch ganz kurz.
Coming down, trying to finish this one. Puts it nicely in between, but I think it's going to over curl, come just a little bit light, doesn't get into the shot position, but hey, it's Some coverage over there.
Maggie, sì, super. Es noch weit draussen. Nur noch Kerle. Ja, Fabian, komm. Oh, warte.
This one, Curlin, is going to come in on top of theirs. Taps in, gets to the shot position, but that is wide open. And with that little tap, it leaves a little bit of a gap to possibly get rid of it and or both of those reds. Or will Andrea choose to use that as backing to draw in and get onto the pin? Just having a think.
Den ganz leicht hinterschieben, daher wollen. Muss so gut hinten 4 haben. Ja.
Hinten 4. Ja.
Wow, nein.
That's clear. Do not sweep. This feels heavy.
Nein, weg.
Bit wide, maybe not that heavy, but enough to not get to the inside of that red like they wanted.
Yeah, quite a lot of stones in play right now, but the yellow ones are clearly in better positions. So there's still a little bit of room to squeeze in a red stone, and they would really need to claim that spot if they want to have a chance of tying the game here.
Silo.
Yes, feels
Da
wide.
kommt nicht rein. Jetzt kommt er. Oder ist gegangen?
This is wide. That is going to tap on that yellow, put it on the
Oh,
pin. And now that's
This is worst case. This is worst case.
yeah, that yellow on the pin is now pretty much locked in place.
Yeah.
Maybe they can move it back a little bit, get on top, but I think that Andrea is going to either try to draw there or just guard it up.
Yeah, I think if you freeze up against it, it's pretty locked down in the middle there.
Freeze up against it, I think it's game over.
Geh mal schnell her.
We're asking for a second opinion from the team. I think they've built up enough thinking time to allow themselves a coffee and a biscuit for this one.
Yep, still 13 minutes before the bell. I think these guys are going to be well done before that.
Let's hear what they have to say.
Wenn sie einen Draw da drauf kriegen und den leicht ticken, denke ich gerade, dann sind sie schockt. Und dann bringen wir ihn maximal über den gelben Außen weg. Wenn wir jetzt, wir haben 3 Möglichkeiten. Der eine ist so, aber dann hat sie immer den. Da tut sie sich dann ganz leicht, weil das dann alles, was sie innen hat, ist schlecht für uns. Oder wir spielen ihn so. Dann hat sie halt immer noch über den, aber ich kann den, wenn sie spielt, mit daher kriege ich ihn für leicht über den weg. Ja, also ich denke mal, an dem dran ist nicht gut, weil dann das Double wirklich easy ist. Dann sind wir zwar noch Shot, aber dann liegt der Rote da im Weg. Und den selber abspielen, ich weiß nicht, ob das so... Ja. Eher Option zu kurz als zu lang.
Didn't quite follow everything, but was kind of doubting between, do we immediately freeze up against it or do we put it a bit more in front of the tee line? I think because there are still 8 stones to come, you can start kind of tap things back and then see where you could end up eventually.
Yeah, that's not back out at all.
Wow, but that was fun.
Light needs to curl, but it might be light as well.
Definitely going to get over the hog, but then that's going to curl. I think they can still get around that. Yeah, a little bit deeper. If that was in the 12-foot, then that would be a much better stone, but unfortunately stays a little high. Still that draw there. We're looking at this hit and roll in. That's also a possibility. It's going to shake things up. And they get in there with enough weight to move things around.
Yeah, Jason!
That's to hold the line. Now they get around this yellow.
Catching the yellow guards.
No, it does open things up for them, but yeah, they didn't really want to have to waste that stone on that. Or let's say use that stone on that just yet.
Now we similar setup here for Team Garmisch. So basically calling for the same stone, just slightly harder. Always nice to kind of have to throw two similar stones in a row. You can just find a little bit of calibration and adjust.
Muss krallen! Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Slow enough, it will curl.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So it gets right on top of a freeze, and that
Perfect,
is game
Floyd.
over. But that's still really tough to get around.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly the spot where Andrea requested the stone. Now, chances of getting a top 8 spot for Team Dübirish is slinking.
They try to shoot this, get it around the yellow. Misses their own red and catches the one in the back. They were trying to angle that one in. Pretty much changes nothing here. I think we might see Team Garmisch just get rid of that yellow or red there, tap their own in.
Wenn ich das Double, da geht immer der rüber, das ist nix.
And I am proving to be the commenter's curse, it seems like. Every time my pick is
Nase oder so.
struggling.
Ja, das ist nur kein Plan, wie der. Warte, guck mal, wie die Passt schon. Ja,
Well, you picked Garmisch here.
That's right, I did. I was the color because the colors. I was thinking, but it's right. I did pick Garmisch. So,
I was kind of confused by your confusion.
yeah,
Or
because I remembered I picked Team Red, but then they switched colors. So
to say it in Pokemon terms, Sean knocked himself in his own confusion.
whoa! Whoa!
Little cynical laugh there
this
from
one
Andrea.
Da weg!
a little bit wide. Gets rid of one. Gets rid of two.
It opens up a little.
Loosens things up a little bit.
It gives. There's a bit space. No, it's not really open, but stones kind of are more separated, so there's more room in between stones to see if there is a way to throw in some weight and move things around. Yellow stone, shot stone was more locked in.
Yeah, I think they're looking at, can they come in here, bring this to there, and kind of split them out?
I don't know where your here's and there's.
Oh, wasn't showing?
Yeah.
And here. No, Illustrator stopped working. Darn. Okay, well,
Pick up.
that yellow one that she's set up next to, hit a little bit on the outside of that, can get onto the right edge of the yellow on the point, and maybe they can move those stones out of the way and give themselves a shot at a draw for one. Because at this point, they need to play to just get a score. Yes, looks like so they're gonna do. Try to put some weight in there. He's got to hold that hard. Jason sweeping like he can. And there goes the break, and unfortunately, that is gonna catch that yellow on the top.
And this is, I'm afraid, the mistake too much.
Also es geht nur über den, was Shot wird.
Don't see team
Das Double geht.
Dübirish coming back from this.
Das geht
They only
nicht.
have one more stone
Das
to
Das Double
to,
geht nicht.
to
Den
force a
bringt sie
tie
wieder
here.
außen vorbei.
And how can they put that stone in the
Die
shot
kommen wieder
position?
hin.
I think it's safe to say that Garmisch
Also, da ist
will
der
take the
Bogen
win here.
so.
Can they do it in style with some couple of extra points? I don't know in the tiebreaker if they would need extra points.
Ja,
They have
Garmisch has won 2 ends. Excuse
No.
me,
Er muss
3
von hier
ends.
aus
3
gesehen vor
ends.
den rechten,
Ja.
weil das ist der einzige, bei dem sie Shot wird.
So I believe that puts them on 18 ends, which I think would move them up above a couple of the other 4-point teams.
ja, Linie.
Line here.
Ja, Linie!
It's across the hog, starts to curl a lot. That's just actually going to curl out of. Like, yep. That was not a happy noise.
No. So now, Team Dübirish, they have 2 stones in play in the 8 foot. Is there a way to try and get those 3 yellow stones out of play and figure out a shot position? Maybe 2 points, but I think they would be super happy with just
Ja, ist
1.
gut, ist gut. Ja, ich
I
will
think
gleich
if we're
mit.
looking at it from this angle, if they could come in up the center, hit the inside part of the left stone, kick over,
I'm up for a double
clip the
takeoff.
top bottom part of the right stone, maybe it can push it back and get
Right.
on top of that, but that's
I don't really see how these angles
I
can
look at
work
this
here.
as-
circus shot kind of material. Yeah, you need to throw some good weight to get things to move, and you're still.
Ik kan even
Ja,
laten aankloppen,
You have to
maar ik
either
weet
hit the left one or the right one, but
niet waar de-
getting all 3 out of them, including the shot stone.
Ja,
Well,
ik
it's
wist
not even
dat
so
je
much
twee
about
was, had ik zei.
getting them out, it's about getting the red one to get
Ik
into the
klap
top
weer
of
weer
that
voorher. Einfach so drauf
the shot
doen.
stone. If it gets
Also,
enough just to tap it back a few centimeters, then it'll be
we
sitting
can
closer
even
to
nog
the
maar
pin.
proberen.
Because that shot stone is actually behind the tee line.
Yeah, I can't figure out a way where they can put something on there.
If I had my telestrator was working, I would show you, but it apparently stopped. Just when I needed the most.
Final stone in this session.
Jason trying to hold it. See what the outcome is. Trying to get this one. It's going to get onto the nose, but doesn't
Yeah,
do
that's-
much. So that's going to be 3 for Garmisch.
Yeah. I think Andreas now explaining you should have opted maybe something else. I don't know. But it was a tough call anyway. I mean, with those 2 yellow stones in front, if you hit them, chances are they just jam on the shot stone and become the new shot stone.
Nee, de een geht sowieso
But
niet.
GG here and a victory for the German team, Team Garmisch.
7 points, 4 ends. That's end the victory. That's going to give them a bit of a break in the tiebreakers. Hopefully that gives them one more match to play. I think it should. How high up on the table will they move? That remains to be seen how the other matches are playing out. We've still got plenty of stones left in those other matches, so and also still time left before the bell goes off. But we are going to take advantage. Yeah, let's come over to the booth. we are going to take advantage of the extra time so we can get a little bit of lunch before the final, get refreshed, get everything set up. I am going to update the score, and we're going to lose Pim. I am the winner. Wrong color, but the right team, and that's all that matters. So I've narrowed it back down to 2. Unfortunately, or are we going to do a double up on the final?
You have been adjusting the rules
I'm
too
asking.
much.
I'm just asking. We're just putting it out there. It's the final.
No,
I don't think so.
No.
I think so. But anyway.
No, you said you wanted to run the thing the whole season, so why would you double them just to kind of have double points here? But if you want double,
no, we will leave it as it is. So that was it. Pretty good match played. Oh, there's the bell. So I was wrong on my count, but either way, we are going to get a few extra minutes. Good result for Team Garmisch. Both teams played fairly similar level. Very close match. Unfortunately, just some mistakes here and there kind of hurt Dübirish, and Garmisch pulling out at the end.
Yeah, I mean, remember that one draw that came short, ending up in a blank end instead of scoring 1, and then the end right after also a hit and stay ended up being kind of just a takeout, also a blank end. I think those 2 points, they decided the last end wouldn't be easy for Team Dübirish. So, but I think all in all, a well-deserved win for Garmisch.
Yep.
But looking at the tables here, we have one final session coming for you. The final has been pre-filled. We have a confirmation on Team Jenner or Team Genner playing Team Verreken in the final. Also, the bronze final is also locked. We had a confirmation from Nina, and it was Dream Factory. Let's have a quick peek if I can see the message. It was G-Force against Legenton. That was the case. G-Force playing a very strong game this morning. So we knew they would end up very high in the schedule, but because of the tie between Genner and Verreken, not in the final, but they are in the bronze final.
Yep. So that is going to do it for us today. Thanks to everybody who stopped in and watched, commented, liked, subscribed, did all of these things, or none of those things. It's okay. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be back here, I believe, at...
It's 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock is going to be the final, so that's about an hour and a half from now. So we will see you then. And until next time, goodbye.
Bye.